The first step in getting out of a victim mentality is to recognize that you are still playing a victim. And in today's episode of Ruby TV, I'm going to share with you 4 signs that will show you if you are still, in fact, stuck in that victim mentality. So stick around. Hello, Self-Love Tribe. Today, I want to share with you 4 signs that will show you if you are still stuck in the victim mentality. Why is this important? It's important because if you want to get out of that cycle of playing a victim, you need to first acknowledge the fact that you are playing a victim. And so many of us don't even do that. We don't get to that point where we're willing to admit or even willing to see our role in our life. We're not willing to see how we are in fact playing a victim. So I want to share with you these 4 signs to show you, to help you determine whether or not you are stuck in a victim mentality. So the first sign is shifting blame. If you find yourself constantly shifting blame, blaming other people, blaming your circumstances, blaming the other people in the experiences with you for what's going wrong, that is a sign that you are still stuck in the victim mentality. And this is something that is so easy to overlook because it can feel almost wrong to look inwards and say, hey, maybe I'm to blame. It can feel a little off, right? It's so much easier to shift the blame on other people because, God forbid, if we were to blame ourselves, we'd have to really look deep into our darkest parts, and we don't want to do that. So shifting blame is the first sign. The second sign is repeating your story over and over and over again. You know, that feeling of being a broken record, where you're going out and you're telling everyone about the horrible things that are happening to you. Everyone. Yet you're not doing anything to change it. But you want everyone to know how horrible this person is being to you, or you want everyone to know how horrible your circumstances are. You want everyone to know how shitty your life is. So you continue to repeat your story because you're trying to seek that external validation. Well, only victims do this, right? Because victims get stuck in that need for external validation because they're not willing to validate that stuff themselves. The third sign that you are stuck in a victim mentality is that you have this ongoing belief that everyone and the universe is against you. So you feel as though the universe or the world is working against you. You feel as though you're just this magnet for horrible, shitty circumstances and bad experiences and toxic people. Well, you're not a magnet. Well, you are a magnet, and it's because of the energy you're putting out into the universe. But if you embody this feeling of the universe is against you or the world is working against you, that's a sign that you're still stuck in a victim mentality. And the fourth sign is a feeling of being powerless. So you have this overwhelming feeling of being powerless to create change, of being powerless to do anything. You honestly believe like nothing you can do will help you get out of this situation. That is such a huge sign that you are stuck in the victim mentality. Now, I know all of this because I was that person who was shifting blame, who was constantly repeating her story, who felt as though the universe was against me, and I always felt powerless. But it wasn't until I took back that power that I began to make shifts. I was willing to look at myself as someone who was embodying a victim mentality, and that's when I began to create change. So for you, if you find yourself shifting blame or you find yourself repeating the same sob story over and over again, if you feel as though the universe is against you and you feel overwhelmingly powerless, these are signs that you are stuck in a victim mentality. And if you truly want to get out of that mentality, you have to be willing to own up to it. You have to be willing to say, hey, you know what? I am playing a victim, and you have to own that. And that's the moment you begin to take back your power. That's the moment when you begin to take back the power to create change in your life. So recognize if you are playing a victim. And that's when you can finally begin to create more positive changes in your life. If you have any questions about today's episode of Ruby TV, please ask them in the comments below. I am here to support you, and I am here to show you unconditional love and light. I am sending you all so much amazing energy, and I truly look forward to hearing your comments. Namaste.